there's an order in the chaos of unauthorized opinions, believe it or not. What is that what they say? Order to chaos? I don't know. Caitlyn Collins, so the
Method to the
host,
madness.
that too. Methods, Masters of Mayhem, even Masters of the Universe, your favorite movie from the 80s. No, that's white people thing, I guess. He-Man, you know? Okay, anyways, Caitlyn Collins was the one who hosted Trump there, and it turns out she worked for Daily Caller, which was started by Tucker Carlson and some other guy whose name I don't remember. And
I have a bone to pick with them.
We know, yeah, we do. Okay. Eric has a known gripe, which we'll express maybe in a paid format one day, just like I will. Maybe I have some things to express about other places too. You can't say anything for the rest of your life. Anyways, Caitlyn Collins used to work for them, and she talked basically about, these are my words, conjecture, not legally binding, no actual evidence, Your Honor. But she seemed to be talking about, allegedly, the Great Replacement Theory, the idea that a foreign populace is brought in to replace the native populace, no matter what race or color they are, doesn't matter. They're brought in to basically replace the voters, so that the people who bring them in want them to vote for them. So whether it's Irish people bringing in Northern Irish people so that they'll vote for them, or Australians bringing in New Zealanders so that they'll vote for a certain party. This is what Caitlyn Collins seems to be talking about, but she does focus on George Soros. So we're going to bring
our nation's
that up.
Capital.
The background noise you're going to hear.
I can't even say that. I feel like you can't even say that. It's a
what?
Like it's like Voldemort. You can't say Soros. It gets flagged.
Right. He doesn't exist. So there's some background chatter in this Fox News clip from Fox and Friends. So just note that that's not from us.
From our nation's capital. Caitlyn, what does that mean? What's George Soros trying to do with the immigration crisis?
Good morning. Okay, so George Soros is this foreign-born left-wing guy who essentially wants to change the nature of our country. And in this data dump, one of the memos was about the refugee crisis. And they made 3 points. They think that they've been successful at influencing immigration policy across the world. They think that the refugee crisis is an opportunity to continue doing so. And they think the refugee crisis is the new normal. And George Soros is this guy who is a staunch advocate for open borders. He wants people to be able to go wherever they want, whenever they want, for whatever reason. And for him, he sees this immigration policy, this crisis, as a vehicle to further his immigration agenda.
You know what I think it is, Eric? I think that background noise is somebody's like screen recorder talking to them. So a younger Caitlyn Collins, less furrowed brow, less wrinkles at the time. Because she was less angry is what I'm getting at. I think what she was getting at there, of course, is the fact that George Soros, he hires these he helps fund these DAs run for office to let people out of jail. I keep saying hire, maybe, but he helps fund people, helps people get into office so that they have less concern about the border and about crime and stuff like that. Basically, a communist dream. And what you have to wonder now here is Caitlyn Collins, was she lying when she was at the Daily Caller about her views and then moved to CNN and was happier to get there? Is she lying at CNN about her true views because she's happy to be there? Or does she still hold these views and just doesn't talk about them? Because we know they don't talk about this on CNN other than to call it a conspiracy theory. So that's which lane are you bowling down, Eric? Lying then, lying now, or just happy in her job and doesn't want to screw it up by saying something that rocks the boat?
I think my guess would be she just was completely turned out. She was completely corrupted, right? And this is kind of a question that I've asked a long time. It's like, media is a little bit different from politics, of course, but when you're talking about the political establishment and regime, it's all just one disgusting, incestuous family. Literally, you can see the meme floating around of all the people who are married and this revolving door of White House and all that stuff. Anyways, she got her foot in the door and then somebody bought her out. I mean, maybe that's the conspiracy in itself, but it's like, okay, you work for Daily Caller. I'm sure you're, whatever, making decent money, a younger Caitlyn Collins. And then as she's trying to, make more money, whatever, do her, boss bitch thing or whatever, somebody says, if you toe the line, we're going to give you $1 million. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I don't think it's that that crazy to say that somebody just approached her and was like, dude, if you parrot these talking points, we're going to pay you more.
I'm not.
Well, really quickly too, and that's sort of the thing, like with the politicians, right? When a young, fresh face, AOC is an outlier, but if you think about like, I don't want to name any names because I don't want to smear anybody, but they get in and they're all for the people, and people love them, and the right wing is cheering them on and making thug life memes and all sorts of stuff, and then a year or two goes by and they're completely bought and paid for. Um, so I guess, do you go in like Frank from It's Always Sunny once said, like, I see a bunch of jerk offs get into politics just for the payout. Like, do you go in with a corrupted mind, or does anybody in today's in current times actually go in wanting to help people? I mean, it's all a complete mess. Nobody can be trusted, and we've done this to ourselves. It's very unfortunate.
Turn it up, Jordan.